Dr. Manu Lekunze, where he been a lecturer in international relations. So he there for UK here, who's our me a day to a day for London, when of England, he there for Aberdeen in Scotland. So he write this report will be published on the 17th of March 2024, when 5 days ago. It talks the Anglophone separatist quest for independence has failed. Now, what did that way conclude? It say the conflict has stalled. So when I don't know stall, it means say like it don't stop. It not work go forward. It not work go behind. It don't stay for one place. It said the conflict has stalled because the rebels lack the numbers, money, and cohesion to move beyond an insurgency. This makes a rebel victory impossible. Some people they go talk say, Amber, they go call you black leg. They go call you black leg. Yes, it said the Amber terrorists, their victory be impossible. That is another way of saying Ambassador terrorists, their quest for independence has failed because it don't stall. If na moto, enough you go for before, enough you go for back, it just remain for one place. It they look for, they look left, look right, look up, look down. But who's our way there for waka? No way. So it don't turn now for they kill their own citizens. Them like how Capo Daniel it come up for tell now how they plant bombs within the Anglophone population, like the one will be happened on the 11th of February 2024, where they killed that school girl from Campbell. Amber killing Anglophone civilians. Then the nonsense has failed. So the second paragraph, it talks, in my view, the rebels cannot turn the conflict into a larger war. This means that the insurgency will remain stalled until the Cameroon government is willing to decide the issue. So the ball is in the court of Yaoundé. Okay, Yaoundé has the knife and the yam. Whatever Yaoundé chooses to do now, they can do it because Ambassador should know why that's not get no impact. They don't get no way for influence anything. So it will remain stalled until the Cameroon government chooses or decides, or they be willing, or they be able to decide the issue. So when I also get for remember, say this man, Dr. Manu Lekunze, now a university lecturer in a big university in the United Kingdom, where they write a policy paper based on a neutral, unbiased assessment where it may come. It need to support no one side. It need to support Cameroon government. It need to support the Amber terrorism. It be very neutral. I need to try for use na academic research. No be not just emotion or feeling. It is used na an academic. It come from the academic side of things. It look at the thing from person where it don't study the conflict. It don't study the activities the way they happen on the ground. And they don't make an informed assessment of which way they happen and come to the conclusion saying the rebels cannot achieve their objective of changing the form of the Cameroonian state or gaining independence. That is just another word of saying that the separatist quest for independence has failed. So we'll go now for page 2. Okay, it continue for talk say a larger form of war, which would make a rebel victory possible, requires a cause that unites a population large enough to form a military with tens of thousands of combatants. I see in Ngongdo Kapoja they read the money he report the other day. It talks say Ambazonia be need for get at least 10,000 Amber boys in order for make an impact. No, the man no talks at 10,000. It's a tens of thousands. I don't know if you get the point. It means say you need to get at the very least over 10,000, not just 10,000, over 10,000. You're looking at about 20,000, 30,000 to make an impact. Okay, but today, as I speak, the number of Amber terrorists where they did for Bush, it don't reach 2,000. Well, that 2,000 now, if I overestimate them for them, if I was so generous, I think talk to me maybe 2,000. It don't reach, but this money, academic, professional, unbiased, neutral assessment, I say the Amber terrorists Okay, a need for one, unite the population to form a military that has at least tens of thousands of combatants. First of all, we know very well say even within the armed terrorists themselves, they be divided. Now, why that will get IG1, IG2, IG3, IG7, IG88? You get the one for Marianta, Sako Ekome. You get the one for Christopher Anu. You get the one for Kondengi IG. Then you get Ayabachoy own government. Kapo Danetu get government. All man get government. So it's not just uniting. First of all, you get to get one unit where it lead the revolution, right? And then that one unit now it need for unite the whole population behind that one goal in order for get any possibility. Because they say in order to make the rebel victory a possibility, for make the victory possible. Now what's that way to get for do? And even if they do that one, there is still a big chance say they're not going to succeed. Understand that. And every revolution where don't ever succeed, it be need for gain momentum as they go ahead. But even the armed terrorists, they don't can't tell una say they don't get momentum. I don't come out for show now. Ma put this one on the screen again. Okay? Ma take that one off. I don't come out for show now. The ambassy no why blast terrorists the way we don't kill them. Who replace them? We not hear about Red Dragons or Libya anymore. No. We not hear about Ayeke camp who will kill them. No. We not hear about Tenkobo. We not hear about Transporter he camp. We not hear about all these people them. No. Because once we wipe them, we wipe them. So the numbers, they reduce their numbers, in order to increase. Make una understand that dynamic. Any revolution we don't ever succeed, or for any revolution for succeed, it need for the gain momentum. It need for the build on successes. Which means that una first start by occupying a small territory, by occupying maybe Guzang Batibo, and then after 1 year, una occupy or take control of the whole Momo, and then maybe after 2 years, una add Mezam. Okay, una gain more territory. Then after maybe 3-4 years, una fit say una don't capture the whole of the northwest, and una dey gain momentum, and when una capture that territory, una control them, una go control the economic activity for that territory, wey mean say una no go enforce stupidity like unnecessary lockdowns, blocking of una own roads, planting IEDs in civilian populations, them killing una own population, them thereby making that population for hate una instead. So now the population they gravitate towards the people they will not declare and say now una enemies. The Anglophone population now they see the Cameroon government as their liberators. Just like how Tawe they go for Guzan, go kill a fang, the population celebrate. Tawe they kill Ayeke, population celebrate. Tawe they kill Oliver Lekiaka. First of all, now the Bangwa Pekin themselves they go kill Oliver Lekiaka. For tell una what they talk about. So make una understand that dynamic. Any revolution we don't ever succeed, it be need for gain momentum as they go ahead. But the Ambazuna should know why blast nonsense. They lose momentum per day. As days go by, every single day, more and more people. When I don't play for a video today, where this full way it there on the screen right now, Sako a comment, talk for una. How people the way they be used to contribute, they don't contribute anymore. People the way they be used to get Facebook accounts, they post about Ambazonia, they don't delete their Facebook accounts, them now they try to repair their relationship with Cameroon government, for enter Cameroon, do the activities and command them. They don't totally abandon the Ambazona nonsense. Their own so-called fighters from Shinarambo, Beltus, Clovis, Namberen, all those ones them, now the ones that they don't drop their guns, they run, they surrender to Cameroon government, they can't join the enemy camp. Nick Santos, Cam and Congo, and the rest, I think name them, the list plenty, Dr. G, Petit Frere, Nick Santos, them, I mean, this one in Sofoncha, they plenty, Yannick Sikot, they don't run, come out, these ones they come out publicly, not to talk about the thousands them, the Mark Barretta them, the Tapang Ivo them, the wait till this one their names them, Kuku da Beans, and all the ones that they don't run come out from Amber where they don't publicize them, they don't come publicly, can't publish say they so they run. So any revolution or so where it don't ever succeed, it be need for gain momentum, not for the lose momentum as days go by. They don't feel raise money and all of those things them. So make I continue. The second paragraph, it talks say the ethnic divisions between the armed and the political groups demonstrate that the independence cause is not strong enough to displace other interests. It's simple. Northwest man versus Southwest man. And even the Anglophone political elites, them CPDM, SDF, and the rest, when the Anglophone people, them, our institutions, them in the Anglophone zone, Cameroon government institutions, them, they still be very strong. And I don't come up for show now how the Bamenda main market is being constructed by the Bamenda City Council when a Cameroon government institution, no be Amber. So the institutions of the Cameroon government within the Anglophone zone is still be very strong. So when they talk say when I go ever achieve that so-called independence now, how? So for page 3, Dr. Manu Lekunze, it continue for talk say rebel victory requires consistent funding. He said the insurgency has thus far sourced funding mainly from remittances from Cameroonian diaspora or diaspora separatists and criminal activity in the region. Kidnapping for ransom. That's how their country, their GDP is being made up. It being made up of for kidnap their own people. Them criminal activity, and then they continue to talk. Say the funding is intermittent. Intermittent means say it comes sometime, then they will call stop. Who's our way there for them for kidnap for raise money again? Who's our way there for them for raise money? Where no day because of Cameroon government, it interrupt time or their own infighting or one thing or the other, it lead to the source of funding, even the criminal activity, it be intermittent. Okay. And then it continues to talk say corruption among the diaspora groups means that money raised rarely reaches the fighting groups. Criminal activity like the distribution of contraband and drug networks is periodically disrupted. Yes, because Cameroon government disrupt them from time to time. They catch the suppliers, they catch the embassy no blast and kill them. It disrupts their supply. So they don't get a consistent, ready, steady flow of resources, be it materials, weapons, guns, bullets, ammunition, clothing, communication, all of those things. They don't have a consistent flow. Whereas looking at all the other rebel groups of, for example, South Sudan, Eritrea, and whatnot, they begin international alliances, then where their flow of material support, communication equipment, and all of those things, then it not be intermittent and it not be disrupted. They get a consistent flow because they control territory. Whereas the embassy, no white blast, no control, no territory. So now for page 4, it continues for talk say the rebels have not succeeded in establishing reliable logistics. It's the sustained intensity necessary to win a war is impossible without reliable supplies. It's the 3 principal shortcomings means that the war cannot become anything more than a peripheral insurgency. Therefore, it concludes by saying the Cameroonian government can live with a peripheral insurgency. So basically, the Cameroon government as it is right now is comfortable. We can live with it. It's like some person talks say you get an appendix. Yes, every human being get an appendix. An appendix is an organ in the human body that is useless. As a matter of fact, every now and again, it causes trouble and it may give you appendicitis. And then you get to go to hospital and do a simple surgery for cut out the appendix, remove it because you don't need it. Human beings don't evolve. Human beings don't evolve over the centuries for no need the appendix. So it's an organ within a part of our body that is not used, it's not useful. Instead, it's a security threat because sooner or later, maybe it will rupture, it will cause a problem, and then you need to go for hospital for carry out small surgery for remove your appendix. Okay, that's what Ambazonia terrorism is. Ambazonia is the appendix of Cameroon. Okay, we can live with it. Yes. So Capodia never for capitalize on the fact say this man writes it so the Ambazonia should know why blast they pose a security threat or security risk. Yes, but a security threat to who? A security risk to who? To their own people. That's the answer. Yes, you're a security threat, but what can you actually do? What damage can you do? It's like the appendix. Just a simple surgery, you remove it and you can live with it. Your appendix is a security threat, it's a health risk. Just the fact that you have an appendix is a health risk. It means that one day it might rupture. So a doctor can ask you, say, oh, having the appendix is a health risk. You know, I advise you to remove the appendix, but you can live happily, peacefully until very old age and die in your 90s without ever having to deal with the appendix situation. We can live with it. We are happy and comfortable. We can live with it. Okay. Besides, who wanted to make the Anglophone zone ungovernable? Who wanted to make the Anglophone zone to destroy the economic activity of the Anglophones? It's the Anglophones. So they are just enjoying the benefits of their own or the fruits of their own labor. As long as it no affect the Francophone zone, we can live with it. That's basically the conclusion where Dr. Manu Lekunze come with, and I applaud you for a good work, and I accept with everything we write in that report is 100% factual. And many of these people, they come to this conclusion and this realization because of the information we put them out there. Because there is no way this professor, if he do a research, compile a report where he no come across country people. When I understand how you know about the infighting, how you know about the cultural diversity and all of those things, how you know say the money where ambassy no why blast they collect them in the diaspora, and know they reach the ambassy no why blast them on the ground. How you know? Because of the evidence we would present them to the international community every day. And why this report it be important? Why me they talk about them? Now because of these kind of reports them way the international community, the Human Rights Watch, the Amnesty International, the International Crisis Group, the United Nations agencies, and all of those things, they can base their judgments and their policies. They can come to certain conclusions based on these kind of reports that are impartial. They are neutral, where they come from people who do it based on professional ethics and, scientific research. Okay, people the way they be reputable, people the way they feel call them for talk at the United Nations for discuss their findings about a topic where they don't carry out research on. Because Dr. Manu Lekunze, he currently do a PhD, if I'm not mistaken, but he already been a professor at the University of Aberdeen. So they feel call you for can share your expertise in international relations because he is specialized in studies of security of states in the continually changing domestic, regional, and international environments. Now, what that we specialize in? So, he look at the Anglophone crisis and Amazonian terrorism, and at the conclusion this will come with. So, any international partner where we want to do business with Cameroon, they go talk say, based on that report, Cameroon is fine. I'll invest in Cameroon. Ambassy no why are just making noise. Cameroon government has everything under control, and if Cameroon government should ever decide or want to resolve the nonsense, they can, because they have the power to do so. Simple.
Lesson number one, Makonjipo, Dr. Weti. Listen, whether or not you accept Makonjipo is a force to reckon with. Me, I agree. He's an enemy that is strong. So, Ambazonians will thank Makonji people for the wonderful job. Now, we'll go ahead.
You are nowhere to be found. You have abandoned the struggle. When did you give your one dime to promote the struggle against it? When did you do something significant that moved the struggle forward? You have gone redundant. You have completely retired from the struggle. The only thing you have to show now for your support for the cause is what you did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. If everybody could retire and only have for testimony what they did 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when will Ambazonia be free? So, do you think that when we finally get to Boya, you who started and ended halfway, you'll be remembered? You who started and surrendered to the enemy, even in the army, you think you'll be remembered? You went to war, you fought, you got midway, you decided to surrender to the enemy. You think you'll be honored at the end? You think the people will honor you for surrendering? No. In this government, we have been working together. Your dollar used to be there. Your dollar. Since you decided to spoil this thing and go into an unannounced retirement, how much have you done for the struggle? Now we can see that all your actions were an excuse to retire, not an excuse to do more for the struggle. You are gone. Even your Facebook pages, you have changed them. Some of you have changed your accounts, you have closed them. Some of you have quit all the fora, all the forums. You have quit them. Some of you don't even have one single posting on your Facebook. Some of you have reinvented yourself. You now travel back to Cameroon and come back. You have now mended your relationships with La Republique. You are now able to sneak into Cameroon and back. Now, I want to tell you congratulations, because we are going to pass a land reform law or land reformation law in Ambazonia, in the Federal Republic of the Southern Cameroons Ambazonia. That will be our first act in Boya. Those of you who are buying lands from 2017 when this war started. You keep on buying lands and selling lands, working with deals and chips and distributing land. So you mean that we are fighting, and all those who have laid down their lives on fighting, with paying with their lives, we are fighting for naught now. Because by the time the war ends, you have taken over everything. Then we now will become slaves. After we have fought, we will be your slave because you will own everything. It's not going to happen. I want everybody to just know, you, Mr. Story Building owner, Mr. Land owner, it's not going to happen. We, the land reform law, we are going to repossess all those lands, lands and all those your story buildings and so on. I'm sorry for you. You and your generations and those who are your posterity, they will not enjoy those lands. They will not. Anything you bought in the heat of this struggle, when you are not even supporting the struggle,
okay,
not a record that you are giving. Then you were taking time, taking your money, buying stuff, trying to possess everything so that our blood will pay for your freedom. You will not enjoy it. We will make sure you don't enjoy it. We will repossess those lands and those properties. You cannot escape it. You do all this, you don't support the struggle. You find a way to retire silently and redundant. You find a way, go back to La Republique, go to Ambazonia, you are doing your investment. You think we are fools? No. And they don't joke with sellouts. They don't joke with those who meant nothing in the fight for their lives. Those who contributed zero. Those who laughed at them and thought they were stupid. They cannot forget. They cannot forget their stupidity. They cannot forgive that. They cannot forget that. And that is my promise.
Okay, thank you na plenty, my country people them. Thank you na plenty, my country people them. I hope so una fit hear me. So Nasako a comment that he don't talk and when I don't hear. It talks about it. They go repossess all the properties then for any person who don't buy land, build hotels or build mini cities or build any investments and infrastructure inside the Anglophone zone. Okay. Now make I explain something for now. Remember, I been talk about the person where if they ask me about say if they give the Anglophones them a referendum today for choose, which direction you think say they go vote? Now make I ask you a question. Think about the successful people then, where they don't invest in the Anglophone zone since 2016. They don't buy land, they don't build hotels. Maybe they never even buy land. Maybe not their grandpapa land. Now their land where they inherit them, they decide for develop them. They build municipality for they build hotels or they build a house or they invest inside the Anglophone zone where it could generate revenue and it could improve the economic activity in the Anglophone zone. These amber sheet no white last that they talk today, so in the future they go can't repossess all that property. My property, oh, my land, my house, or my mansion, or my hotel, or my municipality where I work hard. I spend maybe 100 million francs. I build them. Some shit no wipe last way. Ain't no person even get close for where I'm for America. And it talks say you can't see them. Now put yourself in the shoes of that person where if it afford 100 million francs for build municipality or for build hotel for 200 million francs. Now the question we get to ask yourself now say, after listening to this message, you think that person, the successful businessman, the person who don't invest building properties in the Anglophone zone, does he want Ambazonia to ever be a reality? Answer the question for yourself. So you see how at the time when I say these people are monumentally stupid. They make enemies all the time and they no get no friends. They talk and for they say the people the way they crush them, they talk say down a thing. Now because the tide it don't turn, the Anglophone population they understand as days go by, as we desensitize them, we put sense for their head all the time, they learn and they turn their backs against that nonsense. They even quote the ones where they used to contribute, but they don't what am I trying to say? Those who used to contribute, but they do not contribute anymore. People are like Yannick Sikot. Yannick Sikot being a person where they move money, thousands of dollars then. They give this shit no wife last fake pastor called Sako a comment. Say that they do fundraising. They take and they pay bills. They take and afford now for wear shoes and for wear fine clothes. See the picture on the screen. Man show when I game when I look and fine. Now Sako a comment to the left before my trip to Boya. And now Sako a comment to the right after my trip to Boya. So you see, now business. Anyways, as I be talk, it talk about the ones the way they don't go repair their relationship with Cameroon government and if they enter Cameroon, come out them as they wish, they invest back in Cameroon, whether not for Francophone zone or the Anglophone zone. So it talk directly about people like Yannick Sikot. So It is threaten those people, them threaten their investments, them say in the future they go can't seize them. So it did directly they tell these people them say you should not support Ambazonia terrorism because they be desperate. It talks to people the way they will support Ambazonia, where they even get Facebook accounts and all of those things them. But because of our fantastic black legism where we don't do them, we don't target them, sunshine them for the way now they fear. And they say they don't realize Ambazonia terrorism no go ever yield any fruits. So they don't go meticulously delete all their social media presence, delete anything where they don't ever post them about Amber, and then exit themselves from the Ambazonia nonsense. No, not only Capo Daniel, I mean this one, Tapang Ivo, Eric Tato, Mark Barretta. No, not only those ones they don't exit because those ones the way will be know them. Okay, a bunch of them, thousands. I talk say thousands of these people the way they used to support Ambazonia, they don't exit, they don't surrender. Some of them do them, the majority of them do them just silently. They just nyati for background, go delete their Facebook pages, them delete all the nonsense where they be posting about Ambazonia, and then just shut them silently. No, and even that the one that like Nick Santos, Come and Congo, and the other ones the way they don't surrender and they be public. The majority of them they surrender and nyati, and then some of them now they don't try to beg for make good relationship with Cameroon, for calm them back for Cameroon now so that they no go face no consequences then. Now wait that way, comedy talking for that audio, may not understand. So now another point we get to think about and say, imagine say you be being an Anglophone person where you get a budget right now, 100 million francs or 200 million francs, and you want to invest them inside the Anglophone zone. You want to build a municipality for your grandpapa, a land where be die live and for you, or you want to build a hotel or do some developmental project in the Anglophone zone. And then you hear this message where Sako comedy talk and threaten, say they so in the future, potential future, apparently if they ever get their wet dream of so-called Ambazonia, they go can't seize your property. Would that be an incentive for you to invest those hundreds of millions of francs in the Anglophone zone? Of course, the answer is no. Even me, while they talk, I don't show una my own land where I buy. I make live broadcast. I show una where I did for my land inside Francophone zone, where they clear farm. I don't buy property in the Francophone zone since this Anglophone madness is that me, maybe not just another person. Imagine if me have been an average, man say I spend 2 or 3 million francs to buy land property inside the Francophone zone, inside the Francophone zone in the past few years and where Ambazonia terrorism start. Then imagine the hundreds of thousands or millions of Anglophone diaspora where they want to invest inside Cameroon. And the majority of them, they like me, where they go invest that money now inside the Francophone zone. They go buy land now inside the Francophone zone. Where there is demand or where there is shortage of supply and the demand is high, the prices will automatically go up. That's the law of economics, okay? Demand and supply law. So now land in the Francophone zone, it don't go up because of Anglophones. Anglophones, they rush to Francophone zone for go buy land. While we land in the Anglophone zone, it don't drop down to the lowest where it don't ever be. People, they beg for sell land. Imagine they can't kidnap your mommy, they ask for 10 million because Amber, they know how to call plenty big money. And you need to sell that land in a rush for rescue some person in life. Maybe now your power, they don't kidnap him, or some other relative where they don't kidnap him, you need to sell land, for go give Amber shit, no white blast them. They take and go buy property for Nigeria, or take and go buy the same property inside the Francophone zone, or they take and go smoke drugs. Waste them, just waste your investment. Okay? Now what's that way they do? Take example, a fang, somewhere they kumkumize a fang big number. We don't know how much money they carry on from the camp, cash, all that so-called liberation tax where they carry on for backs. Then let alone the mobile phone, them SIM card, the way they take away mobile money. And therefore, the Cameroon government get the powers to go tell MTN for empty those bank accounts. Then we don't know how much they collect them. All that money they go for side, you think they go back for Anglophone man? Wrong. It go back for individual, them gendarmes, military, or maybe Cameroon government. I don't know, but I can guarantee you, say gendarmes and military, they chop that money today. So who dull? Who foolish? When I see now when they call, we say Anglophones and with the vex. So now instead of go invest the hundreds of millions of francs inside the Anglophone zone, we don't take and now go invest them now for the Francophone zone. So if they threaten you, say make you no build or invest in the Anglophone zone because they go seize them, go buy your land for Douala, Yaoundé, Kongsamba, Edea, or any place inside the Francophone zone. Build your house today. Now some of we will be stupid, we think today, so we want to build for our community, for develop our own villages and communities there. So that, for example, you want to build a house will be worth about 50 to 60 million. You talk to me, I go build an from my village. So that mean my village to get fine house. That way ambassador terrorism start. What is the first thing that they do? They threaten, they use that house as leverage for threatening you, say they go come burn them. May you pay X amount of million, 10 million, 50 million. So they talk. So now it becomes a disadvantage for you for invest inside your own community. Yes. So that's why. So my advice, I don't really tell una Anglophones the wicked. I know not even me one at the talk. If una bear with me, I go upload the video way. Even the ambassy no white blast terrorists them now. Now then they talk how Anglophones the wicked. Why people the wicked should the wicked. So that is the state of affairs with the Anglophones. I want for must play that video for now. Okay. Now bear with me. Now the video will load in a few seconds. Yep. Now in that. Okay.
Assure Ambazonian is that our people are wicked to ourselves. They are wicked to ourselves. Sometimes is it out of ignorance? Nobody cannot know.
When I hear, na Capo Daneda talk, no be me. Na Ambazonia should know why blast terrorists. So we agree fundamentally say our people are wicked. Time when me I start talk this thing for 2019 or so. People they say country man, you know if you talk so, you dey generalize. Man tell una something. It pains me for come to this conclusion and this realization. Say our people are wicked. It hurts for me for utter those words, for talk about Anglophones and all of those things. It hurts, but that is what is needed for activate our people, their consciousness, for make them they think, for make them they act in the right way, for stop the wickedness. Sometimes the day we get for a wholesome person, shake them, so shake the sense into ye and shake the stupidity out of ye. You get to make it accept reality, make it understand what's really go on. So our people are wicked. Our people are wicked. Wicked to the level where we're wicked for ourselves.
But one thing I can assure Ambazonian is that our people are wicked to ourselves. They are wicked to ourselves. Sometimes is it out of ignorance? Nobody cannot know.
So there you go. You mean only me one at the talk now? So if me I talk something, the Amber terrorists, they agree on exactly the same thing, you can take that to the bank. Okay? So my country people them, so now the state of ambassador terrorism that now, I want for, because we still get other videos and I want for plan for una, and I go answer some of our questions. If you get any question, put them in the comment section. Before I go answer some of our questions, or for go continue with the live broadcast, I want to appreciate all when I don't already join. Okay? When I share as when I join. Okay, we'll get Boris Jones Tembago. It says Sheshek no day. And then we also get Shenzhen Musa. It says we can hear you loud and clear, my countryman.